Yes, we heard all you people out there. We are here. The Car Grumps are live on the show today and ready to talk to you.
Live,
so
baby.
Everybody is ready.
Everybody is so angry.
I know, dude.
They're angry.
Some kind of issues going on today. So
all I hear is I have no service down here.
You don't? You don't have service?
No text message. No.
Okay.
Because you guys have the worst Wi-Fi password ever. And I tried to put it in like 17 times. Oh, look, we're getting yelled at.
Already getting yelled at.
There it is. Hi, Mom.
7-ish.
Yeah.
She's
all right, well, we're here. We're ready.
Hi, guys.
And we're going to do our introductions right here. As always, we are the crazy Car Grumps. We're an irreverent group of car guys that talk about all the crazy stuff that goes on in the car community today. And we want to make sure that you get all the insanity with no filter. So I'm your host, Primo, and I am the guy that in 20 years from now, they're going to dig all this stuff up and think we were completely insane. So next up is going to be our buddy Phil, Mayor Phil.
Hi, guys.
With the new haircut. Look at him. There he is.
Yeah, look like a cop. Either a cop or a fat firefighter.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
I think you look great. Give me Jesus. All right. And then there's our boy Dozer Jay.
What's going on, everybody?
And we're talking about some cool stuff today.
Yes.
So what's the topic today? Does everybody remember?
No.
I think we're gonna talk about car clubs. You know anything about car clubs?
I have not a clue about car clubs.
Don't you run a car club?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have none. None.
Well, I need somebody to fill me in because I don't know a damn thing about car clubs.
Primo?
Have you never been in a car club?
I have, but it was so. Oh damn, you caught me. Anyway, so I was a part of a car club. It was a military car club down in Georgia. Great little scene, but I didn't know the inside of it.
Hold on 1 second. You saw Glenn there, what he posted.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. I'm like,
that's what it's all
what's
about.
What's up, Vinny?
I'm trying. But how about the takeovers?
Takeover clubs.
Glenn.
Is there a such thing?
Glenn. Just because we were 5 minutes late. You got
5 minutes,
You gotta start talking shit already.
Went right at us.
Jesus Christ!
Jeez Louise.
I am triggered. I was attacked.
He was. He was attacked.
I
Absolutely.
need my safe space.
Yep.
I need to talk to somebody. We don't.
Are you
fight
gonna be
anymore,
okay? Are you gonna be okay, Phil?
No, I am not. I think that's it.
He's gonna require therapy now.
That's it.
Yep. It's already over.
Oh my God!
Yep. Oh, see, Vinny goes creeps car club. See, there's some positive input. There we go.
There it is.
Vinny knows about car clubs. I have no idea.
Vinny does indeed know about car clubs.
Oh, takeover in
there's
Taunton.
one going out in Taunton tonight.
What?
Hey, listen. I hope they have a blast.
I hope they blow their
I hope
engine.
they have fun. Because
Feels like I'm missing it.
No, I am. But you know what? It's just like. All right. So yeah, I do know about car clubs.
Okay. Well, let's
lied to me.
Let's let Jay finish
right, go
his,
ahead.
and then
Finish,
we'll get
Jay.
back to yours.
I don't really have much to say. All I want to say, I mean, it was great camaraderie and everything, but it was I didn't know the inside scoop of the car clubs and like what they're really about. And like we were just a group that got together, didn't really have like any motives behind us or goals besides getting together with like-minded individuals.
Yes.
So.
Well, does that count as a car club?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's
yeah.
There's
Like social club?
Maybe.
So
Did you see the air literally go out of his balloon? That was great.
I mean, so there's groups of people that hang out. I mean, you can call them clubs if you want. Like a club is just a group of people that get together and they all have the same interests in common.
Is that it though? Is there more to this?
No, there's more. I'm
Okay.
touching like what he's talking about. Like that's the type of club I call like that's a lower tier club. That's like more of a group. You know what I mean?
A low. Oh, I see. So there's levels.
I that's what I'm starting to learn. I feel.
Okay.
But it's weird though because I see a lot of people say that they run a car club, or they have a club, and they make a Facebook page, and if you're on the page, you're part of the club.
There you go. Yeah,
makes no friggin' sense.
Yep. I think, and I think that's the lesson that we would first start off on when it comes to all this is but just because you can make a post on the internet and have 1,000 people follow you or talk to you, a car club does not make.
No,
right?
But it pisses me off too because I've seen these said car clubs at certain shows. Like certain shows will put on polls, will put polls up, and they'll almost do like an internet poll for like car club, like not best car club, the biggest car club that they have there, you know what I mean? And people they'll look
like best attendance. And,
and it's just like they'll go on their Facebook profile and they're like, holy shit, who the hell was that?
Oh, that was Matt.
Oh Christ, Matt, you just wow, God. No, but then they'll just like they'll go and they'll vote for that club. That person has that Facebook group. All those people are gonna be like, yeah, because we want it. They win, and it's not fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I'm the president of Silver City Stance. I'm one of the founding members. Yep.
Okay. The truth finally comes out.
Yeah, it finally comes out. But we're not a big group. We had a big number before, but it just got chaotic. There was a lot of people there that didn't deserve to be there. I am one of the biggest pushovers. People are like, oh, I want a place to go, and I don't have any friends, and I like cars, and I'm like, oh yeah, because I was that kid, but I knew where I wanted to go. I knew I had a direction. These kids they don't have friends, and they want to be a part of something that they think is cool and it's a fad. As soon as I got into cars, it's been my lifestyle. Like, I eat, sleep, breathe cars. Some people are in it for the fad for a couple of years. Like me, it's in my blood. It's in my DNA. Like, it's never going away. I've tried, and I just can't get out of it. It's just,
I've seen him chewing on bumpers, so yeah.
Yeah. But like in the beginning of Silver City Stance, I made a lot of mistakes being a leader, with feeling bad for people, and not being as, and we're still not that militant, but we tightened it up a little bit. Everybody has a 30-day probation period, and there's a table of 7 of us, me and 6 others, and we say, okay, this person, they did all right, they seem cool, they fit in, da-da-da-da. So everybody's yes, okay, he's in. Right. Some people are kind of like, then we extend their probate period for a little bit longer and see if they can, maybe they're just socially just anxious, or they don't have good social skills, that's
me, yeah.
Okay. And then there's some people who just suck, and we see that within those 30 days, and it's just like, hey pal, you know what, you're not a fit, and those people get they get upset, but it's just, I don't know what to tell you. You don't belong. You don't belong. You know what I mean? Because with all the guys that I have, I try to be a father figure. There's one person that's older than me, Keith, and he's actually helped me out a lot. Because he's got a couple of years on me. He's got some wisdom. But I try. What up, Juan? I try to teach everybody. You know what I mean? Take initiative. I try to teach them. Go out, network, push. And if there's a member, there it is. Yep. There it is.
No, we got to do this thing.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Every show we have to have a moment to.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Those guys out there in the you guys out there in podcast land, if you want to head over to one of our different streaming areas and see some of this stuff, it's really good for the picture side of it. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway,
so and if a member like he feels that this club isn't doing for them anymore, they're looking for more and they want to start their own, I get excited. I encourage that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that means that me and the club has done its job. this person has progressed. This person has taken the next step. And there's a lot of clubs that don't want that. They want the numbers.
Right.
They want the numbers. I'm not worried about numbers. I was worried about people's feelings before. I still am, but I'm kind of numb to it now because I'm starting to learn that this generation is different than my generation when I was their age.
So I got a couple questions for you. Like the intake process, and you just said like you got a probate period, you got a table of 7 that makes the decision. But as far as like you're deciding on the character, does their vehicle come into play as well?
Oh yeah. Like if you show up with a stock Toyota Camry, okay,
better cut the springs and put some 18s on it.
No, we want to see. I mean, we want to see modifications.
Yeah.
But we want tasteful. Like if you legit take your car and drive it down the performance aisle at Pep Boys, no. With modifying cars or building cars, there's either shit or tastefulness, and there's a lot of different. We know about cut springs, Juan. I was a master.
Too well,
I was a master for a long time.
You had more bounce than the ounce. Huh?
Oh hell yeah! Looked like a bobblehead rolling.
Ask me how I know.
But tastefulness. Like if you legit go on Marketplace and just buy a set of wheels and you buy this and you buy that, you don't do your research on what fits and what, like with modifying a car, it either looks good and looks great, and you're like, people are like, oh shit, and then there's others that you look like an idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of work. There's a lot of research to do now. You know what I mean? Before, when the fad, I'm going to call it a fad because it was a huge fad when like Fast and Furious came out, there was only so many companies. There was only like, let's just say 10 companies, just to throw a number out there. A small number of companies that were making body kits. They were making They were making
people
drop
don't
springs.
people don't realize that too.
Exactly. They were making wheels. You know what I mean? You saw Acura Integras and Honda Civics riding around with American racing wheels. The reason why is because that's all we had over here. Yep. You know what I mean? That's all we had. So we were very limited. So that kind of Wings West.
West. Wow.
Yep.
I haven't heard that in for Arabuni. I'll throw some old names at you.
But like we only had a limited number of companies, so there wasn't a lot of choices. So you kind of had to go the route that the manufacturers, the aftermarket manufacturers wanted you to go. And then the car scene started after like the whole Fast and Furious started snowballing affected, and people realized like, oh shit, this isn't going away anytime soon. This is becoming a real thing. And so more people started hanging on, and we had more options. Now we have more options than we know what to do with. But these options, there's a lot of poor manufacturers out there that are just trying to get things out there. They're just trying to pump product and have you buy it and look like a clown. But yes, with being in the club, like getting into a club, what your car looks like, I say it a lot. Your car is a reflection of you. If you don't see yourself when you look at that car, or people can't look at that car and be like, that's Jay's car, then you haven't done the job right yet.
I think a lot of times too, especially with a car club, that a lot of people do not define their car club so much. So they'll say, and I hear this all the time, and I used to hear
Derek,
like
you
I
didn't
get
get in the hot rod club, right?
Right. So it's like you get these clubs that it's like I want to let everybody in. I want to do all this stuff, and sooner or later you get people that are going to clash heads. And I think that's the thing is you need to be able to. You got to be able to take your club and say, this is what we're on about, because there's no such thing as kind of a be-all, end-all club. Like, just like everybody's like, if you want to get the right guy to fix your car and you have this car, you go to somebody that knows your car. And I think it's the same way with the club. The club mindset of supporting each other has to be the mindset of everybody being together and being able to support each other And I think that changes kind of in other words, you have your family that you go home to, you share with, and then you have your club that you go with and share with. And if you aren't aligned in that thinking, you don't have a club for very long. People won't tolerate each other as much especially if you make it all encompassing and everybody can get in. You know?
Oh, it's the truth, because I dealt with that. I made it all encompassing. Like, I pushed for, I felt bad for this guy. I felt bad for that one. Let's give him a shot. Let's give him a shot. And like, we were letting all these people in, and that's one of the biggest mistakes that I made. And like, it almost like Silver City Stance almost didn't exist because everybody was fighting. People were lazy. People had no idea. Like, I looked at one kid. I was like, so what kind of wheels are you getting? Oh, they're rims. I looked at him. I was like, what? And I realized that I created a monster because I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be generous. I was trying to give everybody a home. No, like, so what do you do? What do you do when you buy a house? You work for it, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of that's what I'm on now. You want this family, you want this to be your home, you're gonna work for it.
Right.
I feel that. And I think that was one major thing that was wrong with Team Unofficial is they were letting everybody in, and but we were all military.
Yep.
Really had nothing else going on in Hinesville, Georgia, and I remember one guy coming in with a stock Dodge Ram. And but I don't want to say they let him in for his skills, but I mean, he was a good welder.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but a car club can be more than, if there's a set of skills, because there's clubs out there with, let's say 10 guys, and I've seen it before. There's clubs out there with like 10 guys, and they only have 2 cars. But they're community cars. They all build them together. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing too. There's tons of varieties of clubs.
So I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah,
community car, huh?
Yeah, they
that's
all
dope.
they all
I like
work,
that. I like that.
and it's neat. You know what I mean? But a lot of car clubs, they look for independent people.
I want to do that SECS magazine there. What drives me crazy with a lot of car and truck clubs prominently in the South is if their club gets upset if you're associated with another club or group and make it kind of like a cult. And I've seen stuff like that before, and I wonder, what are you guys' feelings on that?
So what I've noticed is there is car club beef. I've seen it. I've dealt with it. There is car club beef, but I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid. We're all in it for the same reason. We're all in it to have fun. People start clubs is because a group of friends start it, and people, but I would never, if one of my guys goes, hey, and I hang out with this club, go for it. If you're friends with them, you're friends with them. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. And if you want to go there, go there. If it's a better fit, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason, you know what I mean? But that's another thing too. That's why we do the 30-day probate period, to make sure they're comfortable, to make sure that that's where they want to be. Because we do $30 dues every month, and wow, that's a Taco Bell. Jesus Christ!
I am never serving these guys Taco Bell before we start ever again. That was that was from the soul.
It was, but it's just no. People should other clubs should associate with other clubs. We're all in it for the same reason.
Right.
At the end of the day, we're all people, and we just go by a different name.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe you guys can answer this for me too, because this is another one that I've always never understood. Is Danny over there said the main beef in the scene, and the word here is the scene, is the regular park and chill people versus the people who are burnout people or takeovers or that kind of thing. So my problem is not so much with the other things, because I understand exactly what drives people to be in each form of mindset, if you will, for the shows, but I've never understood the wording the scene. Like, it just feels like there should be especially with the club mentality or the community mentality, people kind of present it as a scene, and it's very been tough for me to kind of nail it down as a scene. Like, how do you guys see that?
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Go, Jay.
I feel like the scene is just, the spot. That's just kind of the lingo, no? Did the word scene come from the actual, Fast and Furious, and it was an actual scene?
See, that's what I think. I think it came from
us movie
movies,
guys and us film guys, like we think scene as a different, but no, I think it's fitting. That is the spot, the scene. I think that's just the slang term in my mind. Mm-hmm. Look at that thing.
Now look at that. It's his future right there.
Oh, wheelie!
Yeah, I gotta talk to Jeff. We gotta get the ball rolling on that thing.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about what we had for car problems this week. So.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't.
I don't even want to talk about
I don't think we really have anything going on.
I'm so sick of this truck.
God
anybody
damn
have
it!
Wait a minute, let me find it. Hold on, if we're gonna do it. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
So the
What's
thing,
up, Dad?
the thing
Yes,
is
Jack.
running, and it's
Good.
running good. But I popped the hood, and there's already, you can see the wet spots, and I'm like, it's just never ending. I mean, it's a diesel, and I should understand that, but at the same time, like, come on, I'm like 10 grand into this truck, and it's still leaking.
Yeah,
Dude,
being a moody piece of shit.
My 7 Series was just the same exact way, and it was just like every time I'd fix it, I'd get to drive it about 30 feet before I was, you know what I mean?
And I'm just going to say this one time, and I'm not even going to say any shop names out there, but somebody, like, if anybody got a
Bob, Gary, Fins, that's all those
solid
guys.
shop to send me to, like, please.
You know,
like,
so you're saying
I'm
they
gonna
can shout out.
I'm going to review all the shops in the South Shore because this is getting out of hand.
So what happens when they're all, what happens when they're all bad? Like,
that's what's happening.
We moved to a different state.
I know. I'm about to put
Derek,
a Cummins in it. That's my next. I would hate to be that kind of guy to that's like throwing an LS in a Mustang.
Yep.
It works.
It does work, and I'm sure a Cummins would work great. But this last time, the shop sent me all the problems in my truck, and then put 100 miles on my truck while they were testing it, and all the problems that they sent me still remain. So they were driving it with the intake loose, and wouldn't you tighten up the intake before you take it for a test drive? At least?
Yeah.
Not too happy.
I like
We're
how
gonna leave it at that.
I like how Jack says Phil looks like a Portuguese detective. I completely
Hang on.
look at that.
Wait.
Look.
Everybody, listen.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Raise your peppers.
Here we go.
Raise your peppers. This goes out to Jack Gasper, my dad,
Woohoo!
for getting the Portuguese American of the Year award. I'm proud of you, Dad. I love you. And I surprised you yesterday with being your presenter.
And he did really good with that speech, I think. So
Top notch. Good job.
I did all right. Yes.
Cheers,
this
brother.
one's to you, Dad. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work, damn it.
there you go.
Shout out to High Paving.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Hyde Paving.
Jack, I'll do the line here. Don't start crying, Phil.
Don't you dare cry.
Yeah. Actually, so you were talking about that you wanted to like start recognizing some
What?
some like local people around here, right? And you were waiting for like permission or something. Was that?
Oh,
I thought it was something.
I am going. We are. I want to do something too. There was. I don't know if everybody knows out there, but we had somebody that was a prominent person that was on our show. I tried to post it up, but for some reason Facebook wouldn't let me post it. But it was on our show, or kind of a mid-range in our career, kind of like when I was doing Car Grumps by myself with 990 WBOB, which is obviously a shout out to those guys, which they're great, great family. I still miss them. But he was on our show before, and unfortunately he passed away. He was in an accident in Connecticut, and his name was Chris Cutler. If you guys know him at all, Chris had built an NSX with a NSX back on it, and his dream with his dog there was to go cross country with the car and just basically park and do his stuff in the car world. Like he just was going to camp out and do that. And he was going to do it cross country. And we had him on the show. We had a lot of fun having him on. And I guess his dog died. Cassius died about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then right after that, like I said, I was going to message him to ask him if he wanted to come back on and give an update. And yeah, then I got the message. It was on April 1st. So a lot of us really thought it was an April Fool's joke. And I sent people out to start checking up on it. And unfortunately, yeah, we looked up the news and it was 100% true. And it's unfortunate because if anybody out there has any details on what the wake will be or any information, we haven't gotten it. I know Phil's asked about it. Jay's asked about it. And obviously I want to know about it too, to see, because I know it's going to probably be in Connecticut. So we're hoping if we got to schedule something or do something to get down there.
That's
But as always, for the great warriors in our life that have passed on, we always give you guys the big send off. So let me get this thing up on the screen here. But guys, this is the Viking call. Good job, Chris, for your life, man. You were a great dude. Everybody I've ever talked to said you were amazing, and we're gonna miss you a lot. So hopefully we get to go out to the funeral or wake or whatever they have, and it's gonna be a hard day for everybody.
Sucks.
So yeah, it
sucks.
does.
It sucks. That guy, he was an icon.
Yeah, he was.
He was an icon. That's definitely what you call a trendsetter.
Yep. And it says his YouTube page was. It's capital NSX as in letters TRA, I think it was.
Yep.
But if you search it up, you're gonna find it. So definitely look at it, and be a good memory to have out there to like. That's the thing that I like about the YouTube channels that I think people don't realize is that when we're all done trying to fight for this car scene that we love so much, the fight's gonna be out there for us to see and see that we didn't go quietly into that good night, that we actually fought the whole way through. So all right, so yeah, so where were we on the car club thing? Where did we leave off? Jay had his truck broke.
Oh yeah, Jay's truck was broke.
Yeah,
It's always broken. I think everybody understands that now.
Yeah.
Permanently, except for Jay.
Hey, hang on.
What?
What's that GoFundMe
What's the
for?
GoFund? Yeah.
Check it out. Oh, that must be for Chris.
Oh, is that for Chris?
Is it? Oh no, you want to open this up here? Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Ma. Holy shit.
Yeah.
She is.
Wow.
She is on her game.
Yeah, I'm gonna accept
love
all
my
on
mother.
that
She
one.
is on her game.
91 people donated. So we
Okay.
got a GoFund here in the links.
Yep.
Shiraz Buta, Chris Cutler passed away. To say that we're shocked and understated, like so he was. My name is, and I am Christopher's best friend. All proceeds will go to Christopher's mom, Sharice.
That's Buddha, who had the G35.
There you go.
Booty police.
Where every penny will be distributed to have a proper farewell for Chris. Thank you so much. So yeah, there we go. And people have 4,730 of the 15,000 gold. So there you go.
Thanks, Ma.
Yeah, we'll keep that on the list. There you go.
Thank you. All right. So, hey.
Yes.
Paul,
So you were saying that you were destroying the car community through your car clubs with takeovers.
Yep.
And then that's where you left off.
Paul Mendonca. Paul.
Paul.
Comment that you're here. And
It sounded like we're having a seance.
yeah, I know. I'm trying to think.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Paul.
Yes, there you go.
Who was that? Who was that Bruins player?
I am here, he says.
Yeah.
Which one?
Who? That's what we're gonna find out right now.
Who was the Bruins player?
Yeah.
What's the Bruins player?
Paul is the one. So my hoodie I got on.
Yeah.
The Maggie Strong.
Okay. Charlie Cole.
Charlie Cole.
Yes.
Coyle, whatever the
Coyle.
hell it is.
That's what I said.
And see,
That's what I said, Coyle.
Yes. So everybody that's watching right now, do me a favor and
What if they're listening?
Tag Charlie Coyle. I
Okay.
want to make sure that Charlie Coyle's in there because Paul has something up and is trying to get Charlie Coyle's attention because his a Fall River hockey team
Yeah.
took on the Maggie Strong. Maggie Strong. I keep saying Maggie
He's
Strong.
cheating and reading his
Yep.
shirt.
took on the Team Maggie logo, and that's what they're dressed in, and they are playing hockey, and they're playing their tournaments and their games dressed in Team Maggie gear.
Sick.
And Maggie is the girl that we're doing the car show for that has a drop seizures.
right.
Yes. So Paul's trying to get Charlie Coyle's attention. So Charlie, if this reaches you with all these people tagging you, and I need more people to tag, keep going.
I'm going to head over to the Facebook page and see if I can kind of sort that to get it all to the top.
Exactly. So, Charlie, if you're watching, my buddy Paul Mendonca, he's going to be in the comments. So Charlie Coyle, if of the Boston Bruins, if you see this podcast and you make it this far, okay, Paul Mendonca needs to get in touch with you, sir. Okay? Tag the Boston Bruins too. Charlie Coyle, Boston Bruins. Let's get this for Maggie, please. I appreciate it, everyone.
Very nice.
I'm trying to find out who gave us a grumpy face on the stream.
Somebody's mad.
Wow, somebody gave us
Probably
a grumpy
somebody's
face?
probably mad about the takeover.
Yeah. It was not. We don't do that. All right. So
What's going on this weekend, guys?
They didn't tag. Yeah, they got to work. We got to work.
Plans, Phil?
Yeah.
What you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Some stuff.
Where you heading? Any shows? Any?
No.
This is getting real weird. In
Yeah,
here.
this is
I'm
weird.
trying.
I feel very uncomfortable.
I stepped
right now.
away for 2 seconds to try to look at some tags.
No.
So there's got to be a way to do that. But anyway.
Yes, Foxborough. There is a big. There's a big meet this weekend, and it's. I think it's to raise money for St. Jude's Hospital. I believe it is.
Cars for a Cause?
I think is that what it's called?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And there's one.
I can look that up because it's on my list.
Bentley of Boston, right?
Bentley University?
No, the Bentley Car Club.
Oh,
is
the
doing
Bentley
one.
Car Club is
so
doing.
if you get up at 9, if you get up there at 9 and you go to noon, then you go to that, and then you head down to where Patriot Place,
Patriot
and then
Place, yes.
you would be able to connect all the car shows together. Was
Yes.
my thing. So yeah.
Yes. So I won't be doing any of those.
Oh, thanks. What are you doing? No,
Well, what are you doing? Now I want to know.
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah.
You guys want to know?
Yeah.
So, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately.
oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What are you buying now?
I'm not buying anything.
Okay.
I'm not buying anything. But, with a lot of the stuff that's been going on in this scene, and I think of a scene as where we are in this point in time
Okay.
in the culture.
In the culture, yes.
Yes. So, and I don't like it, and I've been getting fed up. I've been getting fed up with a lot of stuff, and like honestly, I was ready a couple of months ago to throw in the towel and be like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, damn.
I don't want to. I'm done with the cars. I'm done with the childishness. And it's not even I was done with the cars. I was just done with the people. I was done. Like I'm not the type of person who can just own a cool car and just drive around and not go and see other cool cars. You know what I mean? Like I am not that type of person.
So why aren't you going this weekend?
That's where I'm getting to. Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
We got to make this go for an hour.
Oh boy,
Okay?
you're dragging me along.
Exactly.
Here.
I've been throwing everybody for a loop. You should have seen.
Nobody has to drag anything.
I know.
Just
I'm joking.
get
It was
to
a joke. It was
Dragging.
so but no, and like my head has just been everywhere, and I've been just trying to like pump out a lot of just. I don't know. My head has been not in the right place. My head has just been. I've turned into an asshole. I haven't been. I haven't been myself. I've been aggravated. I've been getting aggravated easy.
So you don't think the cure to all this is to go walk around, meet new people, and go see some badass cars this weekend?
No, but listen, this is what I'm getting to.
I can't think of anything better.
I feel bad. I just feel bad for a lot of people because I just haven't. I've been my chipper self, but I haven't. I've just been off. Like it hasn't been. And it's just like, I've been getting fed up with this scene. This winter, I don't know. This winter just kind of sucked. And I'm sick and tired of all these kids just ruining everything. And then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm forgetting where I came from. I'm forgetting where I started. And I started with the Sylvia. So I'm coming back to my roots. I'm getting back to where I started.
Yeah, somebody posted that in the comments too.
That Sylvia has always been a part of me since I've taken this journey. And I've been saying a lot that I'm going to bring it back, and I haven't. And people want to see it. And, it's just an iconic car, and it's where I started.
I want to see it at Patriot Place on Sunday.
It ain't going to be at Patriot's Place on Sunday. And
you're killing me, Smalls.
It's coming out this year. My goal is to have it ready for Import Evolution in September.
I like it. It was a good goal.
And but before then, it'll be out to some local meets and stuff like that. I am not gonna be crazy with competing with shows. I'm gonna push my little brother and the rest of my team to compete and get themselves on top of their game. There's only 2 shows that I'm really you should be, Keith. You better be. Is Keith
just said he's hoping to be at IE this year, which is Import Evolution.
Yeah.
So I want everybody who's watching to be at Import Evolution. I think because we're going to be out at it too, and we need your support. So,
but yes, Tuner Evo, because I already got in with a Smart. I registered, and I'm not going to flop on that because I can't wait. I wanna experience it because it looks like a good time. I don't think so, Mark. I'm gonna kind of take the year to myself and get myself ready. What is on the Mark? If you could look at the schedule for Broke East and tell us what it is, I'd like to see it too because I haven't seen anything posted, and usually I get it shared because I'm on Chris's friends list. So Manny, finally he's on. It only took you 16 episodes. But yeah. I'm going to go for a goal to have it ready for Import Evolution. So it's Tuner Evo and Import Evolution are the 2 this year that I'm pushing for and to get ready for.
And you're VIP for Tuner
Evo,
yes.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Still didn't answer my question, but that's fine. On to the next question.
Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. So
I forgot what the question was.
The Sylvia's axle took a shit. So it'll be jacked up on Sunday.
Okay.
Getting taken apart and put back together. So,
like a drag car.
How about this? If the axle is in and ready and it's moving, and I have time to make it to Foxborough, the Sylvia might make an appearance in Foxborough.
Oh, y'all heard it.
Maybe.
I am not promising anything. Okay. Manny, you said if there's any wrench turning that you're willing to help. So if we can get up Sunday morning early enough and get it cranked out, the Sylvia might be your goddamn wedding next weekend. Jesus Christ. It might be at
I'm in there like swimwear, he says. That's great.
So anyways, yeah, it might be at Bentley, it might not. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
He'll leave us hanging, Jay. That's how he does it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, listen.
We're just going to go out and
Jay,
do our little thing.
You're going to call me at 7 o'clock in the morning and be like,
yes.
Okay.
He'll call you at 5 in the morning.
I know.
What are you talking about?
I was going to say, don't tell me with a good time. I'll be at your doorstep.
That's great.
Let's go.
Yeah,
like this.
He'll be, do it. Yeah, that would be great. I can see him leaning over him too. Phil's like, "What are you doing, bro?
What the shit are you doing?"
Right. Oh, that's great. What's the earliest you guys got up for a car show?
Oh Christ, 3 a.m.
That's
So
it?
I feel like in the military we always did things ass backwards and decided to wake up like 7 hours before we had, and that rolled right into the team unofficial. We were up at like 4 a.m. to get ready to link up so we could roll out by 8. Like
Yes.
that doesn't make any sense. And no, doesn't. If anybody, go ahead, Brooks. Fill everybody in. What time do you leave for if you're going to the gun range in the morning? You got to be at the gun range at 9 a.m. What time?
3, 4 in the morning.
What time
easy.
is first formation?
Yeah, right.
First formation is at
Guaranteed.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's
Reckless.
raining out. You guys are in your skivvies running through
Mark
mud.
says
all
6
day.
a.m. for HIN.
That's
You
pretty
wake
early,
up
too.
that late, Mark?
Yep.
Holy
15
shit.
minutes prior, Brooks.
Yep.
No,
I
15
just
minutes prior
my
to
thing
15
was
minutes
is I
prior.
love doing shows where we had to go out and actually stay at the hotel or whatever before so that we could do it the next day. So it was literally like the day before you had to get there and then still get up at 3 a.m. to go to it. So Paula says World of Wheels has to be there at 7 for talking to the schools before everyone coming in. Wow. And range days were 3:30 a.m. Told you 3.
all day.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
No, I've been up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, P, were you bringing the Stang out? You going to Foxborough? I want to see that thing. It's been a while.
Jesus Christ, man.
Maybe you'll line it up on 495. Just kidding.
Hey, listen, don't tempt him with a good time. Pee Wee will be all over like,
He might get sideways and he's got them slicks on there.
Yep. So that's the thing is, I want to get back a little bit to what we were talking about before with the car clubs.
Ah, yes, we got off track. I'm sorry.
We did.
Guys.
No, that's okay. We did what we needed to do. The thing that I wanted, it was something I wanted to ask about with the selection of it. And you were saying, you know what? I want to have a club that is smaller. And I wanted to ask if people are starting a club, now for me, I just think, because I always did car clubs, and when I did car shows, I said, it's not about the car being perfect. It's about the car being clean. And I think the same thing when it comes to a car club. I want to say we had clubs of people who did not even have cars that were part of the organizations because they had heart and because they were good people. And I want to see how that balance is for you guys when it comes to saying not only just having somebody that's good, but like how quick do you kick somebody out that you know doesn't work, or do you just start off on that foot, or do you go, you really have to have a car, or is it really just, anybody can really work if they work and it's character, not quality of vehicle? What do you think? I did that slow, Phil, because you always get upset when I do long ones.
I'm still trying to process.
Okay.
I'm still trying to
Well, you
process.
just let Jay start then.
I know. That's why I looked at him. And Jay's trying to process still, too.
I'm thinking, one thing I've realized, like you were saying, there's those clubs that go out there for the numbers. They want that easy trophy, that participation trophy.
Yep.
Well, if it came down to the average score of the vehicles within your club, they ain't winning.
No.
They're taking the quantity over quality, and it just doesn't work. It's not a good look.
No, with Silver City Stance, you got to have a car. And your car's got to be modified. It's got to be modified in some way. Or truck. Yep, or truck, or Jeep.
Or wagon.
Or wagon.
No any station wagons?
Yeah.
Anything? Yeah.
Yeah, we got
every
Wagons.
club should have station wagons.
we got an Audi wagon.
The
yeah.
Avant.
Oh, yeah.
Love me an Audi wagon.
Tyler's got a nasty Audi
I love
wagon.
it.
I love that thing.
Oh, quick shout out to Town Fair Tire in Raynham. Great job. Guy over there says he knows you very well. Angel? His name?
Yep.
He's got a couple Audis, he said. But while that was on my brain, thank you. Shout out to Town Fair Tire.
Shout out to Hyde Paving and One Way Recycling.
I want to ask the question of what Danny has is, my question is, how modified is modified enough?
And Mikey's Mementos.
Somebody sponsor us quick before it's too late.
Yes.
How much is too modified?
How much is too
Or
modified?
How
Is
much
there
is
such
enough
thing?
modified? Let's not say two. Let's say enough.
I mean, enough modified, but guys, honestly, let's ask ourselves this question, because we are in the wide wheels, camber arms, and air suspension days, okay? And that's all these people do to their cars, and that's enough.
Is it though?
No, to a lot of people now. To a lot
Right,
of people
that's
now,
what I'm
because
saying.
there's a lot of the people that, and you can tell who follows the fad, and you can tell who's in the culture, who's in the lifestyle. There's people out there who don't know how to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can tell when different cars start looking repetitively the same. It starts to show you that, like, shit, you know, there's a lot more people who aren't here now that aren't going to be here next year. And you're going to see all these cars parted out because they tried it, they didn't like it, they're done, which is cool. And then you see the people, you see the same car and all the differences, all the uniqueness to each one. You know what I mean? Because those people, they did their research, they put their heart and soul into it. Now, enough modified is where at least it shows that you're doing your homework. It at least shows that you're taking a step in the right direction. Like if you show up with a set of wheels on your car that are aftermarket, but they're at factory spec because you just went to Zeke's and he told you what to put on there. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You did your research. You said, okay, I'm going to lower this car. I'm going to put these wheels on it because it's going to fit nice, it's going to look good, and it's going to be tasteful. You know what I mean? That's a step in the direction that I want them to go.
Sean gives you a pushback, though. He goes, there's a problem with that statement, though. If you're following a culture-based build, your car will sometimes look just like others. And it's very true.
Sean, you are right. You are right. And
VIP builds, and I love them, and they look a lot alike. So
no, they do, but there's a difference, though. They look a lot alike, but if you pay attention, because when I go and look at a car, I just don't look over it. If I'm going to, I'm a lazy ass at car shows. I'm usually sitting in my chair. If I get up to go and look at a car, it's not just to take a gander. I go over this car. I go through this car. I see what they did, and it's not the.
See, I told you, Sean. VIP build LS400, and those it just. There's something special about those builds that I just love.
But the VIP guys, it's the small things that are different that they do for you to realize, like, yeah, this guy's in it for the long haul. That, or if you've seen it for the last 10
I don't
years.
think you'd ever mistaken a VIP guy for not being in long haul. That's for sure.
No, it's the truth. But every VIP build, if you put 5 black VIP cars, the same car, in front of me, I will pick out a difference from each car because each person did their research and they did something different to make themselves stand aside from the other.
And that's something I liked about his, because he was saying, he goes, has to be right, though. No eBay parts or fake items. And one thing that I saw that was, this is something that was really lost post Fast and Furious, was prior to Fast and Furious, every time you ordered parts, the parts were right. They had to be done a certain way. There was no way of really getting so much a cheap part, because it was very difficult more to find those than to find that themed group that you worked with, like Junction Produce and stuff like that. So you ordered directly from those people to make that build. It was post Fast and Furious. And I want to say the 02, 03, 04, which was like the worst, like when Pep Boys got into it, that it really became too easy to get things that would mess up a build. And that's the thing, is that's why I say, if you're going to do stuff, And that's why I say, especially about dedicated builds, is a lot of people will go in, they throw parts on. And I think that's where you get the big mistake. If you're, let's say, for instance, a Viper owner and you're like, I just need a couple more horsepower, or I want to do an exhaust, or I want it to sound better, or get better wheels, that's different because you really have a goal, but you don't have to do much to fix it versus a VIP build where you have to literally go through the whole car and redo it. You have a finish line involved. And when you have that car club, getting that car club that supports you through that build, so they go, look, guys, like one thing is that, Sean, you'd be perfect for this, is saying you get somebody in your club, you look over at them and they go, oh, I want to buy this thing off of eBay. You immediately go, dude, don't do it. I have access to a place that can get you the parts you need to make sure your build is done right. Mm-hmm. And now they go to the show and they're not embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Sean, why do I have a feeling that I know you? I'm trying to, like, I am
because
horrible.
You know everybody.
I know I'm horrible. I'm horrible with names, but he keeps throwing out things, and I'm like, and I'm trying to think. I think it's who I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
And I probably
we'll
sound
look him
like
up
a
after
weirdo.
the show and stalk him.
Exactly.
And then,
I'm going to stalk you, Sean, after the show.
Especially if you have a VIP car, because that the second you said Lexus VIP car, I wanted to instantly look it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think
I want to catch up with.
I've always liked those Lexuses. I look for one.
Richard says, "Oh yeah, I know," but I don't understand how people say that they were boring. Were they really that boring? Did I miss something?
What was boring?
The Lexus.
What, the VIP cars?
No, Lexus. They just say Lexuses
boring?
are boring. They're
Who the hell
awful.
said Lexuses are boring?
Dude, I get you be in the car industry for 2 minutes.
Well, you know what though? JDM Toyotas have way more options, are way cooler than the Lexuses here in the United States.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Is
Like-
versus we don't have a Nissan President, and I think that's criminal.
Oh
so.
my God!
Yeah.
Them and the Nissan Cedric. Ugh.
I was just, dude, there's a lot of those on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, there is. There's
Yeah.
a lot of right-hand drives on Marketplace, period.
Yeah. Well, I want to do it. So Richard said if you're
Oh,
part
yeah.
of a themed car club, you should own a car that fits that theme. I like that. Having a member that has been with the club for years, because he does the Viper Club.
Yeah.
Our family should stay with the family if they desire, but ultimately you should own the car or be in that club. And I like that, the idea that, you know what I mean? I think and they were saying this before, is people don't understand how you can't jump from car to car club. I think there comes a point when it's okay to work with other car clubs and be stuff with other car clubs, but there comes a point when if you're splitting the difference between a dedicated or a real car club, it becomes difficult. You know what I mean?
No, it's the truth. I think people there's a lot of car clubs out there that don't care if you're in other car clubs.
Joe wants to show up with New Balance and in a clean Gen 3 Vet, and you're going to need New Balances if you do that. Yeah,
Joe, listen.
Don't forget the jeggings.
Don't forget the jorts.
The jorts.
The
jorts. That's right. Yes.
So, Joe, if you want to, I will rock them New Balances and those jorts with you. We'll get a couple of fanny packs and mullet wigs, and we'll just walk around.
Ooh, dude, and look, he's got the look for it.
I am down. I am down.
Daisy Dukes.
Yes,
Manny. Go.
Yes. What the hell was I talking about?
You were talking about how cool Lexuses were and how you want to buy one and do it up and then forget about the Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, I want to do a Nissan President, but if I do it, I'm going to do it right. It's not going to be, I'm not going to do it wrong.
Filled by my Altima.
Hey, import face off this year. You going?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Of course
He said before
What
he
about
wasn't
you,
going.
Primo?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying home all this
Primo.
time. No, I'm not.
Are you
doing it.
shitting me?
Best be
Yes,
here.
of
You
course
are
I
not.
am.
No.
I'm excited because I actually
No.
ran my car down the track last year, and I don't know if I'm going to do it again, but
Yes.
maybe.
It'll.
Yes.
You know what?
Only
I got-
if Phil lines up with the smart car.
I got a deal for you. The only reason you run it down the track is if it has an engine code, and then Phil runs with you.
Listen,
That'll fix the engine code.
Phil, you line up that smart car, I'll give you a 2-second head start.
Look,
I'm gonna.
okay, guys. I want you guys to see this. Look at what Richard posted right there. See that? What do you got to do? Say it. Say it.
So
No, Jay. Say what that is. What is it?
S600.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody knows. I had a car with like 50,000 miles on it. To have a car that nice with no problems, and everybody's like, it's all falling apart. But I was like, that car just was a dream to drive, and I loved it. I don't know. I think if I'm gonna go S again, though, I think I might end up going like S65 and regretting it. But it is life, so.
What is that? A Mercedes?
Yeah, so the S600 was the regular Mercedes version, and then the S65 was the AMG version, which is on, like, people say on steroids. No, the thing is on crack. Like, it is just unnecessarily fast. Outruns F430 Ferraris and stuff like. It's like 700 torque and 500, 600 horsepower for a sedan. Like, yeah. Woo. Yeah, look, he's rich. Oh yeah, S65 AMG. No, I'm straight with you.
So
I'll finally give Jay a run for his money.
Will you bring it? Will you buy the friggin' car already?
No, I can't. I don't have time.
Can we go shopping?
You don't have you don't have time?
You better tell.
You just say you don't have time.
I do not have time.
If you show up,
you don't have time. He said, "Can we go shopping?" And then you said, "Yeah." How the hell do you not have time and then say, "Yeah, I'm going to go shopping"?
It's all about the timing.
He has time to test drive it, but no time for the registry.
Right.
That's the problem.
No, it's not that. I end up. The same thing happens to me every time. Like, I go do something, I get into it, I give it to a job to somebody else to do, it gets done, and when I do it, I never have time to finish it up because I had like 4 or 5 things. I had somebody literally go, we have to have a meeting by the end of the week, and I said, I'll meet at the Bentley car show. So that just tells you we're starting to mix things together.
Hey, multitasking.
Right.
You guys are giving me a friggin' migraine.
And then Phil doesn't show up, so what are we going to do now? Now I can't do nothing.
Hey, listen,
you gotta be there.
I was shitting my brains out last Wednesday.
Oh, but when I am, that's okay.
Wednesday. Yeah.
You guys want to put a mannequin in place?
You could have came by and put a mannequin.
Boy. I could.
You were sick too.
I would have shit in my seat.
I wasn't shitting in my seat.
We should have went mobile with him while he's on the toilet.
Should have. You would have seen me sweating bullets.
I was dying. Wednesday and Thursday, my soul was leaving my body in liquid form.
Oh,
I was vomiting and shitting, and I was just dying.
Silver City Soapworks is like, hey now. And I would just be like, hey,
Silver City
just think about the corn.
Oh, no.
How would you like a nice... What is it? How would you like a nice, juicy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray? There you go.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. I got a migraine. That's it. I'm sick.
He was very well before he came by.
I need to see the nurse. Somebody call my mom.
Okay.
I want to go home.
Hold on. Let me call. Hello. Yes?
Ma!
It's no good.
Come get me.
The Pepto Grumps. That's the new show.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, that's it. Tag Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto Grumps.
And
next show was from Dr. Pepper to Pepto. There you go.
In the comments,
getting old.
Paul tagged an article. I think it was about what he's trying to do with the hockey player guy from the Bruins.
Yes. I saw that. It passed by. No,
it passed by.
There, right there.
Yeah,
I got it.
There we go.
So Paul posted a YouTube video. This is Maggie's video about her history in the hockey team.
So if
you guys are in any other place, then it is on our Facebook page. So the link will still be there even when we go off.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
I'm just so excited to be back. I missed everybody.
Right.
I am so happy to friggin' be here right now.
Well, if you missed everybody, you just have to aim better next time.
Listen, you should have seen when I initially puked. I missed the toilet completely.
Oh.
I got it all over the floor.
Way to go.
And
I'm so glad we're not monetized.
Like, legit. As soon as I got to the doorway of the bathroom, I had my mouth shut, and I was trying so hard to keep my lips together. And
it don't work.
Came out,
It
it made it worse.
Right?
You know how you squeeze the hose and it just comes out more forceful and just farther and farther, and then You see that, and then you try to close your mouth even
Danny,
more, and
I
it just
can't.
goes farther.
I can't do it
And
anymore.
it's just like
I need therapy.
Yeah.
Really, this is what I deal with. All
Yeah,
the time.
it was just
It's
so,
like a
it
daycare
was
on
so
steroids.
bad. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Okay, so all right, so we got. I want to go. I want kind of everybody. We coming to the end of the show here.
No, we haven't.
And I want everybody to give kind of a. So
Yes,
you guys had.
Yes, Sean. Yes.
Sounds like no. I'm not reading that. Anyway, so if you guys have a something, so somebody's out there and they want to join a club or they want to think about a club, do you advise them that? And I want to go through each of us, starting with Phil, Jay, and then I'm going to give the last one, and then we'll close up on that. So don't take too long, Phil. But let me.
So
Tell you.
what the hell? What happened?
Tell me what your deal is. In other words,
Like, who
should
would you
people join a
recommend?
club?
Oh.
If they should, what is the big takeaway for tonight that you would give them to say that's it?
Okay, so if you're thinking about joining a club, and that's something that you want to do, you have to remember a couple of things. One, first and foremost, it's a commitment. You're committing yourself to an organization. You're committing yourself to other people. There's meetings involved. There's group outings involved. You're going to have to be a part of that. Because once you say you want to be in a club, but once you start turning all that stuff down, they start to look at you and start to think, well, hey, listen, I don't think he's really in it. You got to have heart for it. Two, make sure that you go around and meet the people. There's some clubs that have, like Silver City Stance, for example. We have a 30-day probation period. We have one meeting a month, and we have one monthly meet that we do. We push everybody to be there. We understand life gets in the way, so if you can't make it for some unforeseen reason, that's fine. But just make sure it's a good reason, because if you say you're not going just because you don't want to go, that is a big red flag for us. So just make sure that you're comfortable around the people that are in the club. Make sure you go and meet the people. Even if they don't have a probation period, don't just jump right in feet first. Don't jump in head first and be like, yeah, because 99% of the time, the first club that you check out isn't the one that you want to be in. And
kind of like my first wife.
Yep. Wow, that escalated. That went from 0 to 100 real fast.
You just talked about your sickness for 10 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
Boy.
All right, Jay, what do you
deal with, guys?
Jay, what do you got?
Basically, just caveat off of what you said. Just know what you're getting into, and make sure you have the time to dedicate, because I've been putting thought into it, and that's why I've been dropping questions, asking questions. I was at the garage, and but I know I tend to stretch myself too thin, and I do not have that time to commit at the moment. So, yeah,
I think you have a ton of energy, and I think a lot of times you end up. You're like me. We end up spending it too much in 2 different areas or 3 different areas, and then it becomes 5 different areas, and then we're like, we want to dedicate to all of it, and we run out of time.
I want to just cut everything off and start fresh again.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and there's one more thing too. If you are a shithead, and listen, no, I'm serious. If
They're out there.
If you're a shithead and you're a troublemaker, and you suck as a human being, and you're thinking about getting in a car club, do everybody that's in that car club a favor and just don't.
Yeah.
Because people in car clubs, they're cool and it's about cars, but they can get nasty. And excuse my language, if you fuck around, you're going to find out. Mm-hmm. And so if you are a shithead, change your ways before you go. And yeah, that's a big thing. Just don't be a shithead.
So my thing is I'm going to add something. It's going to be a little bit off the beaten path, but it's going to get back to it too. Is everybody talks about the word passion, and the thing that gets me about this thing that we get into is I think people bring passion to the table, and then they get into some bad situations, or maybe they generate the situations, or however it works. But what we constantly hear is this is why I hate this word, the scene, because you don't have a scene. You have a group of people that you hang out with, you have a group of shows that you go to, and you have a group of people that's your area, your community, your people that you don't hang out with everybody at every car show. You're a human being. So when you bring passion to your car, bring that same passion to the car show. Bring the same passion that you have to your car club. Bring those things out there and be something that offers something to the people around you. And the idea of, if I'm seeing people post on Facebook that constantly say the scene sucks, the community sucks, the people sucks, the club sucks, this sucks, that sucks. That's the thing that we have a problem with. And the reason is there's two things. Either you're the person that sucks and just stop being a part of everything because you do everybody a favor. Or what I like to think happens is that you got to find the people in the community that are actually worth being around and promote that community for the better. And if you can promote a good community, then you will constantly, the members of, what is it? Liberty VIP, I think was one group that I was with. I was not a member. I was just kind of a associate. A lot of stuff for what I do, I have to be Switzerland, so I'm friends with a lot of people. But guys like Liberty VIP.
You have to be Switzerland?
Yeah, Switzerland. You don't have loyalties. So because I'm friends with everybody. So it's that. So, but yeah, the Creeps Car Club. Who else? But anyway, a bunch of car crows. Yes, Silver City stands. But yes, that's the thing. Yeah. But anyway, these groups of people that are positive people, so that when you say, I want to be a part of a community. You don't want to be a part of a community. You don't want to be part of a scene. You want to be a part of a group of people who are positive. They're positive in your life just as much as you're positive in theirs. And if you do that, there will never be a time. All these guys are in good clubs. All these guys are in good groups. I'm a member of the Ferrari Club. Never had a bad day in the Ferrari Club. And it's not because everybody says, well, the members are stuck up and everything. No, they're some of the best human beings I've ever hung out with. And a lot of the guys that come on here and watch this show are friends with us because they're good people. And because I'm going to push your group if you're a good group. So the thing is don't just be a member of a group. Be a member of a group that matters. Yes. Be a member of a group that gets you as passionate as you are about your car, as passionate as you are about continuing to be part of whatever community that is. But you guys build that community and you make the example for everybody else. And if you do that, then it doesn't matter what the scene is. It doesn't matter what the world does. You are the leader and everybody will follow you. And that's a good club. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight.
Oh, it was with a quick one.
Oh, yeah.
We're killing it out now, guys. Yeah. But
Yari did.
Thank you.
Remember, when you have that sticker on your car for that club, you're not representing yourself anymore. You are representing that club.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Jen. Yeah. Thank you. I knew it.
There you go. You got to say it. Do it.
Don't forget. Go over to YouTube. Type in the Car Grumps. Please, please, please. Like and subscribe. Once we get to 100 subscribers on YouTube,
Phil will give you a foot massage.
You heard it.
No, that wasn't it. That's one you said about earlier. Is it something different now?
We should. There's going to be a raffle for a foot massage from Phil.
Oh, no. You said a shirt. That's what it was. Oh, yes. Okay, got it.
A shirt will come out, and one lucky person.
Oh, great. Richard says T-shirt, so you're good.
One lucky person will get a free T-shirt.
And not a foot massage.
Autographed.
And he will not autograph your foot.
No. So, yes. Go over to YouTube, like and subscribe.
Joe says it gets awkward at 100 subs. It's already awkward, buddy.
Get weird.
Just say it.
Let's get weird.
Yeah. And Sean says he is subbed. So thank you
Sean.
guys, everybody.
So get us to 100 subscribers.
And otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in tonight.
Don't
it's been
shut
a great
it off.
show. Remember that we continue to do every Wednesday as close to 7 p.m. as Phil will let us. And
whoa. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my. I try to get you to
It was-
stay
it was-
longer.
it was all of us.
tacos
Yeah.
faster.
It was the tacos.
It wasn't. Listen, I can't wait for you to shut this camera off, actually, and I can get
Oh,
home.
boy.
because
He's gonna give me a foot massage.
I am gonna destroy the toilet when I get home.
When he gets home. Noted. All right. So thank you guys every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on every streaming service out there. If you guys are on
You're not
podcasts,
shutting
it's
it off,
Friday at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And don't forget to hit all those buttons, put the stuff
Yeah.
you got. We're on iHeartRadio now.
like
So
and
there's
subscribe.
literally everywhere you can go
Yes.
to see us.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
And unlike normal shows where I give you guys something good to show, which is my face at the end of the show,
No.
today you
Look
get
at
to
this.
see Phil.
Look at this, dude. Come on, tell me.
Say goodbye,
tell
Phil.
Me, tell me this is
Say goodbye, Phil.
Goodbye.